Hey guys, it's me, Rise, and I'm back with Cholera. That's right, giving you set 3 of Sparkyz versus KTF. And if you guys have been watching with us, which I hope you have, because if not the first, the second game was completely epic. ZVZ between two brothers that you might know, and you probably did watch that. So now we're bringing you the third set, Leta versus Tempest. So now it looks like Sparkyz is releasing their big guns. One of the best players in the Pro League, if not the best right now. I don't even know if he's the best. I haven't checked the stats lately, but certainly one of the best, and definitely the best last year. And he's going up against Tempest, and Tempest is not really a rookie anymore. He was a rookie last season, I'd argue, but now he's certainly starting to get his feet wet. Probably best known for the match, the sets that we did between him and Firebat Hero, where he lost miserably, and so we know that his PVT isn't really top of the line. But Leta, on the other hand, has great TVP. Although I think it might actually be his worst matchup. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, so certainly he's definitely got an upper hand on him regardless, because he's definitely just the better player in my opinion, and I can't imagine him losing this game to Tempest, really. And I mean, again, Leta, actually looking at his his verse protest, it is his worst match, but it's still above 50%. He's at 51.5%. Whereas Tempest, I'm not really sure what his record is, and let me see if I can find it real quickly. I did. All right, his versus Terran record is actually not so bad, but it's at a 45% win rate. So really, I can only imagine that Leta's going to take this game, but certainly Tempest has surprised us. He's gotten to the Star Leagues of his own. He didn't get too far in them, of course, but he has gotten there. Cholera, do you have any predictions on these two players? Who's going to win this?
Well, I'm just going to add one other game that Tempest is famous for. That is the game against Light, where he used one Dragoon to kill 35 Marines and SCVs and everything. And Leta right now shaking a little bit on the left. Do you see that? Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's having
vibration going on there.
It's because Tempest is so ugly. He's vomiting in his mouth.
What is wrong with him? I don't know, man. Leta looking a little bit ill, even perhaps. Oh, I know why. He's sitting in the same booth that Yellow Arnak was just in for half an hour. Smello Yellow strikes again. So, will this prevent Heights Sparkyz from taking a 3-0 victory? Well, the fact that Yellow Arnak,
the playing field has been leveled.
Yes, it has. I'm going to have to say Tempest may be a favorite here. As you can tell, there's immense physical reactions from Leta, who's sitting in the booth with somebody who hasn't showered probably for 2 years, has just been sitting. So we're going to have to see what happens. On the map is this Destination. That's right, it's Destination once again. And this, of course, was one of the maps that Firebat Hero just destroyed Tempest on. He went for this ridiculous SCV Marine Rush when he found Tempest going for a fast expand. Uh-oh! Tempest, though, going to be doing something creative to open up, it looks like, bringing one of his early probes out, maybe for a gas steal.
I gotta take that back. Tempest isn't that ugly. He's not, maybe may not be the best looking player, but he's certainly not that ugly. All right, I do have to take that back. Anyway, yeah, you're right. It looks like he is going to go for some sort of proxy. The question is, how far will he go? And will Leta be prepared for it? I mean, really, this map is known for proxies. We've seen it a lot. Pro gamers know about it. And, yeah, it's an interesting spot right outside the ramp. So it looks like he's going to keep it at least outside of the most typical location for someone to do a proxy, and that's behind the mineral lines. And we've actually seen that backfire in some players. And look, Leta actually realizes, he knows that this is a map that could that this could actually be the case, and it looks like he scouted that, and he's actually going out of his base. He's going to see this pylon in the gateway early on.
Hello.
But Tempest has already committed, so Tempest has no choice but to continue with this. Probes coming off the line. What the hell are probes going to do against SCVs?
Insane.
I don't know. SCVs coming off the line, so it looks like we're going to see a micro battle between mining units as he tries to delay the attack of the SCVs and at least long enough for a zealot or two to get out. But I don't know if he can do it because SCVs are so damn tough.
They are tough, but they're the ones who have to fight the gateway. And probes do heal pretty fast, actually. Their shields go up real fast, whereas
True.
Whereas the SCVs don't really do. Oh, wow. Looks like it seems that Tempest is going to win this battle. I think both players... no, I think... what's his name? Leta was the one who lost an extra worker there also. But it looks like he's also possibly going to lose another SCV. It's going to go down. Wow. So a number of SCVs have gone down. And on the other hand, it looks like Leta has managed to complete his wall. But no! SCV can't finish the damn wall because it's going to get killed by the 4 freaking probes there. So this is going to be really bad for Leta. Leta right now, I don't know if that was a mistake or not, going for what he did. You know, going to attack the gateway, which he didn't get down to half health. I mean, right now he's in huge trouble. He still doesn't have his wall down, although he will have it soon. He only has, last time I saw, like 4 SCVs mining. I gotta think Tempest is more than that. And right now it looks like he's gonna have to just repair.
Yeah, man.
But no, he only has 3, 4, 5.
What
5
the hell? Wow, this is ridiculous. Well, you know what? I mean, the one thing that Tempest is doing is he's slowly draining the minerals of Leta that he cannot afford to be draining. But Leta has the wall. He has the upper hand for sure. And magically, all of a sudden, Tempest has just gained like 4 probes. He must have been sending them back one by one. And so he's definitely back to mining. But, man, I can't believe... I didn't even realize how many he had off there for so long. And it looks like Leta is going to be able to defend off this this proxy. But it looks like in the simulator is going down. And I'm guessing a Cybernetics core. But no, that's probably just a pylon inside his base before he can make a Cybernetics core there. So we may see some sort of quick DTs and try to make use of that proxy again. As well as a Dragoon. You know, that proxy is useful for multiple levels of tech because that unit all of a sudden doesn't have to travel as far as he would have normally. So if he can get a goon out real quick, maybe he can do enough damage to take out the Marines and maybe break the wall. And if he can't, he can always opt for that DT rush. Again, with that proxy, if he can keep that gateway up long enough, he may be able to get that a DT into the base as soon as possible. The other option he has is he had so many probes there. Why is he not mining out those minerals? I guess it doesn't matter because the wall's there. Actually, that's really stupid of me to say. It doesn't matter because there's a turned wall there. Right. For some reason, I thought it was behind it. But either way, you know, he still, in my opinion, is just ever so slightly ahead. But at the same time, Leta is got that wall. He's definitely able to get that expansion back up and running. Not expansion, that main base back up and running. And, you know, if Tempest can't do something soon enough, Leta is certainly not out of this game.
Yeah, I mean, both players are incredibly close. In fact, I'd say Leta right now is in a good spot. He's going 2-fact, actually, which means most likely if there were DTs, it wouldn't work because mines are going to be coming out. It looks like... God, this is really important to watch. The ugly mascot who's bald. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, but you're right. It is going to be a DT rush. There's a Citadel of Adun going up, and right now we're going to be watching one of those, you know, very interesting to watch early game encounters. DTs versus 2-fact, and usually, historically, 2-fact has won this battle. In fact, most times 2-fact wins this battle. Anyway, though, it looks like a Dragoon's going to go up, and it's going to do a lot of damage here to the Marines. But the Marines should be able to, oh man, hold it off. Wow, look at that. One Marine goes down. The 2 Zealots are busy attacking the supply depot, and it looks like that one Dragoon might actually win this battle in terms of preventing Leta from repairing here. And wow, he is going to win this battle. In fact, he might break the wall. He breaks the wall somehow. Oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Leta managed to lose the wall, and this is horrible for Leta. This is going to give Tempest a huge advantage. He's gotten 3 forces in there. It looks like now it's only 2, only 1 now. Wow, actually, yeah, I guess these Zealots were low on health also. So there's only 1 Zealot alive now, and it's going to get taken out by the first tank. So it does seem like for now, Leta is safe, but he's going to be facing DTs in just a matter of seconds. And it doesn't look like he has any mines yet.
Yeah, you know, he obviously has opted to go for that tank to try to defend against the goon that I guess he had assumed was coming. But he does, nope, there is the double upgrade right there. So we definitely, and the first vulture, so we're definitely going to see mines out. And we know that DTs are building right now. I just don't know how long it's going to be before the first one pops out. Certainly, there it is right there. So now we know that the first DT has popped out, and how quickly will those mines be upgraded? I think that Leta's going to be able to hold this off, to be honest, because he's got to be, if he repairs the wall, and then he's got an almost dead goon right there.
Yeah, there it is.
It looks like it is dead. It is done. So it looks like vultures are coming out. Mine's out in the field. DT is in. He's attacking the machine shop. I don't know why. Mind drag. Do mind drag. Oh, no. Don't kill the mine. Oh, my God. He should be mind dragging into the SCVs, but it looks like he's going to try to get as many SCV kills as he can without the mind dragging. Oh, look at that. A DT blocking the ramp. And, oh, no, the first one goes down. Oh, he goes. Oh, my God. He got almost all the SCVs there. He got 12 SCVs, I think. That was absurd. So he does manage to get a mind drag, and Leta is in so much trouble right now. Holy crap. More epicness coming from Tempest. This is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Tempest either produces complete mediocrity or he produces random epicness, either through sucking really badly, like getting owned by Fireback Hero, or owning like he's doing right now. He is doing quite well. So Tempest, producer of epicness or mediocrity. I don't even know. His games are never just like normal. They're either horrible or they're really good. So right now, we're going to see Supply Depot going down. Oh, man. Leta doesn't have enough mines. Now he has more mines. I gotta say, though, that was bad luck by Leta there. I mean, he had actually killed the DTs inside of his base with mines. It's just he happened to have run his SCVs right in the path of a DT who happened to have run on one of the mines, and that is going to put him way behind. Right now, it looks like the expansion going up now for Tempest. Just look at how few SCVs there are. Oh my God, they're not even mining gas. There's like 8 SCVs total for Leta. So Leta in gigantic trouble. That was like a giant Reaver hit there. The dying DT just totally taking one for the team. And it looks like actually there'll be some cannons up for Tempest because of course he doesn't have a robotics facility, so he won't have observers out anytime soon. And that would make a vulture attack pretty successful. On the other hand, right now we're going to see an academy, which means that Leta will be able to move out pretty soon. However, there's a lot of Dragoons, so I guess not. I think one thing I got to mention is that Tempest is doing a great job with the ramp there. I mean, with the DT blocks that he had, that was absolutely beautiful. But now it looks like Leta is trying to break out. He's going to get both of the DTs. Oh, he plants some mines and takes out one Dragoon. Is he going to get any more? We're going to have to see.
Yeah, but the thing is, goons are just so damn good against vultures, and it's going to take a lot of vultures to take them out. More mines going down. That is going to be what can win this, though. And another mine drag, but not enough. But he still has a block on the ramp, and even if he loses that block on that ramp, and that goon goes down, which it looks like it's gonna. All he's got to do is put a goon on both of his ramps outside of his base, and he'll be perfectly fine. But he may lose that. Oh, and look at this. He actually doesn't have any goons back at his base because of the proxy gateways he's been using. And so he's got to block his ramp with probes and a pylon block. So brilliant right there. Very well done. And those couple of vultures are going to have a tough time doing anything as they can't get into the base.
Nice.
And so Leta proving to be
pissed.
pretty ineffective right now. He is, certainly. He didn't think that this would happen, but it looks like he may get a free cannon kill at the very least. And another goon coming out. It looks like he canceled that pylon wall at the last second, which could be his downfall. It looks like those are going to get in. And now we got vultures with free reign inside the base going against probes. And I don't know if the probes have the micro capacity in order to beat vultures. This seems like a bad idea. But Tempest is still trying to do it. He's still setting those probes in. And instead of just transferring them to his expansion that has a cannon, as he tries to get a cannon up. And he's got a shuttle now, though. So he may be able to do some damage with this and be able to clear out the mines, but he's got to get an observer, and I can't believe he let that pylon wall go down. He should have just waited until the goons could take it out. Oh, he's in now, and Leta just doing a great job of evening up the economic damage he took early on.
Well, you know, the thing, Rise, he couldn't get that goon out until he canceled one of those pylons. It came from inside his base, so he had to cancel. But I do agree that I think it was a mistake because, you know, he let all sorts of badness happen to him. Look at this evil that is now inside of his base. There's mines everywhere. He's lost at least a dozen probes to that pair of vultures. And, you know, I think he could have just afforded to wait for some goons to come back from that proxy gateway, which is still up. Now he's in big trouble. He's still got that one mine waiting to kill a Dragoon. And there's still random vultures inside the base here. And he's trying to use these dragoons inside of a shuttle to take care of it. So I think this shows a little bit Tempest's inexperience. 12 kills on that vulture! Oh my god, Leta setting a record himself. 12 kill vulture! You never ever see
Oh
that.
my
That
God.
means there must have been some epic mind drags plus tons of probe kills. However, Tempest does have an expansion, and he's been running this expansion for quite a while. Leta has a command center going up, but I would say Tempest is not behind at all. I wouldn't say he's necessarily that far ahead anymore, but he's not behind by any means. And he's going to have a Reaver Harass coming out pretty soon, which could be effective. However, this being Tempest, it could also be just horrible, because I thought he was just going to win the game after doing that awesome harassment with the DTs. I thought the game was over. However, Leta's still very much in this game somehow.
And really, now those two gateways are useless, and he is going to definitely lose, or he's going to want to stop using them. It looks like there is a Reaver Harass, like you were saying, going on at this this point, and he's going to see if he can actually do some more economic damage. And there's no turrets up. The timing is just off because
Wow.
the game is so out of whack that neither player has proper timing. I don't know if he saw the shuttle or not, but that shuttle could do some serious damage if it can catch a clump. But no, there are 3 tanks there, which will do a lot of damage in taking down a Reaver. But they're going to get caught up, and he drops the Zealot first to take some shots. And oh, it looks like he catches a whopping 1 SCV in that first attack. But there are 2 Zealots now. Reaver going back down. It looks like he gets a lot more SCVs that time.
Nice.
He's going to lose the Reaver. Takes out another
Nice.
tank, though. So doing actually being fairly successful with this this harassment, I'd say. He's got to be careful of all the mines there now, and there are turrets out on the field. But Leta, you know, he keeps losing SCVs that he can't afford to lose. The saturation, even at his main, is pretty pathetic still. And now, Brilliant using a backup right there, a backup Dragoon, to take some more shots to see if he can get at least another Scarab or 2 off on that mineral line, or at the very least, maybe some, maybe another tank, take down another tank, and he's gonna,
Whoa,
he's actually, he's
expanding
getting,
behind the base.
wow! What a ballsy move. Tempest is taking the top right base, and now
Oh
he's
my
going
God.
back in for another Reaver Harass. This kid is all over the place
that a
with his
ceremony?
crazy moves, but now there are mines out on the field. He's got to be very careful as he's about to lose, I think, a Reaver.
Well, I mean, I don't know, Rise. I got one question. Do you think that is a ceremony at the upper right? And by ceremony, I mean he thinks he's already won the game, and therefore he's going to do something insulting by putting a Nexus? Or do you think that's a legitimate expansion? Because I can't think that's a legitimate expansion. There's a Terran player who has any vigilance, and Leta's one of them, is going to find that and take it out. So I do think
It's
that's
a
a little
mineral
bit of an
only.
insult. Yeah, a mineral only at the upper right too. So you think it's an insult, right?
Yeah, definitely. I gotta think that he thinks he's so far ahead right now, but I don't think he's that far ahead. If he makes stupid decisions like this, trying to break a wall with goons against 2 or 3 tanks up
Yeah.
on a ledge out of range, that's just not gonna work, man. And he's gonna be in trouble. And I'm actually wondering, maybe he'll cancel that top right if he realizes that he's not as far ahead as he thought he was, as he tries to set up his legitimate third base. And really, I actually think that'd be a good thing to do. Cancel the top right. Don't be stupid. Don't throw away a game right now to
Yeah, 'cause
look
it's
cool
retarded.
on TV, man. Yeah, because he's just going to end up looking like an idiot if it doesn't pay off.
And if he loses, I mean, he's going to be living in the doghouse for the next few days in KTF, because he will have helped KTF lose 3-0. Because KTF needs this game, by the way. They're down 2-0. Just think about how much crap Tempest would get from everybody. I mean, they're just going to call Reach back from Air Force Ace to give him the worst wedgie of his life. Reach is going to go, and just they're going to be like, KTF coach is like, all right, you have 5 minutes with him. Go to that alley over there. And Tempest is going to come back with some broken bones because of his retardedness of putting up that expansion at the upper right. But anyway, I guess if he gets away with it, he's going to marginally look like a hero. And right now, he's doing a good job of stopping Leta from expanding, which Leta, you know, still has not been able to do. So, I mean, I do see a legitimate reason for him to think he's ahead. I still question that upper right, though. I'm sure we'll get some defenders on YouTube, but I don't think there's a legitimate defense. Because why not just go for your own mineral only at the bottom left? I mean, that's a lot more secure if you want a bunch of minerals.
Or don't go for a mineral only at all.
Right, go for a real expansion that's not your opponent's expansion.
Oh, man, it looks like we're going for a real attack here. Leta could potentially lose that command center. It looks like it may actually go down. Tanks are going down. He's able to focus on it. Tanks on the ledge. This is the difficulty of fighting uphill, though. Shuttle dropping a Reaver. Going to go down. That Reaver not going to do much of anything. It gets taken out, maybe getting a couple hits off on those SCVs. And big losses on the side of Tempest, actually. Leta did not lose that much. That top right base is making SCVs, by the way. And all Tempest is doing... Well, all right. Big losses, but Tempest is doing something very important, and that's delaying that expansion from going up, and that is key. The longer he delays that, the longer Leta is on one base, and Tempest gets himself to 4 bases. Certainly the safer it is for him, and certainly the more likely it is for him to win this match. But still, Tempest, I almost question if he's doing the right thing at this point. He's getting more bases, and that's good, but I don't know if he's getting the right tech. He's got to be getting up some Arbiter tech or something along those lines, or at least Templar. Double shuttle drop, though. Zealot bomb and a Reaver. Reaver being dropped. It looks like he's going to take out one tank up top, but now that Reaver is not able to do anything else. That Reaver goes down. Another fairly ineffective attack there. A couple tanks going down, but Leta just doing a very good job of defending, or maybe he's just lucky and Tempest just not playing appropriately. Those 2 gateways still exist out of that base, and now Leta is starting to worm his way back into this match, and we've seen him come from behind in PVTs before. He did it on Medusa against Gwemchi or something like that. I don't know if that's who he played or not. And he could potentially do it again against Tempest if Tempest throws this game away. The expanding portion of this game is important, but more importantly is, well, as equally important is getting your tech up, keeping superior tech to what the other player is doing. And right now, I don't know if Tempest is doing it. This shuttle with paltry units, ground forces to reinforce, is not going to win against a player like Leta. A Terran player can just wall up, continue to turtle, and it's just way too hard to break it with such archaic methods that only work early game.
What is he doing?
And he's being retarded, and he's going to throw this game away if he doesn't clean his act up.
Yeah, I mean, he's just basically throwing speed shuttles in there. Like, speed shuttles, you know, are like the elixir of life or something. Like, oh, I'll just use this and I'll win because I got speed shuttles. And good players use speed shuttles and win. Yeah, but good players are good at speed shuttles. You are not. Sorry, that was insulting. But, you know, there's a reason why good players are better than you, Tempest. I don't know. He just lost 2 speed shuttles full units and did nothing again. I'm not going to say he's behind because he's still not behind. He's so far ahead. He started off ahead because of how long he delayed that expansion, but he certainly is not closing out the game in a timely fashion by any means. There's a lot of things he could have done, like you said, to end this game earlier, like go to Arbiter attack. I mean, hell, at 4 bases versus 1, go get carriers and you'll win. Honestly, take the cholera route. Be a noob. Build carriers. You have 4 bases. Come on, man. If I had 4 bases, I wouldn't have expanded the upper right. I would have taken my bottom left and had more gas, and I would have honestly been able to get carriers. I mean, I'm not saying I would have been able to beat Leta, but, you know, if I had Tempest's micro, which obviously is pretty good, that certainly is a probability, if not a certainty. So anyway, it does look like Leta is going to be about to take his 3rd base, and right now we're seeing some Templar attack coming out. Once again, not Arbiters in any reasonable amount of time, and another speed shuttle. So there's a good grouping of units there, but I don't know. I mean, at this level, at this point, I don't know if the speed shuttles and the Reavers are going to do anything.
Yeah, now we're seeing, it actually looks like Leta is going back on the offensive, using something to his advantage that is a great tool for a Terran player to use against a Protoss, especially when in the behind position like this. And, oh my god, Tempest is just throwing away units again, and at the same time, Leta is going for a counterattack, harassment. But can Tempest break this? It looks like he may have enough units to actually break those tanks. He's doing a lot of damage here. Again, he may actually force this expansion to lift off. He's got a lot of goons out there, but that one tank on the ledge is taking a lot of free shots, and it is not going down, and there's the drop. It looks like Tempest may have to cancel that bottom left. Tempest is forced back once again. And Leta is going to be getting up his 3rd base very shortly as well, considering he's putting up a command center at the bottom left of his main base to go to that 2nd natural expansion. And Leta, you know, still is definitely behind in a base, but and potentially going to be two in a couple of moments. But he's doing a great job with harassment, and Tempest is just doing a horrible job of ending this game. And it looks like he may be able to fight off this harassment, but it's just not really enough if Leta continues up this level of play. Because Tempest, I feel like he's just letting his macro slip. He's letting this game slip out of his hands slowly every minute that he lets Leta, of all players, stay in this match. This is stupid. This is retarded. And finally, he's going for Arbiter Tech. And I think this is like 10 minutes too late. But definitely, as long as he gets it out, he can still win this match with anything that I think Leta can throw at him in the next 5 minutes. So we'll have to see if Leta's able to do anything with those harassments. And it looks like the top right base is still succeeding in its existence. And Leta has, I'm surprised, actually, not found it quite yet.
I don't think he knows about it. Yeah,
No.
It's such a retarded move that it's actually smart in some ways. Here comes a Templar drop. It's going to be a Storm drop. Oh, that is a great Storm drop. Whatever you say about Tempest, that was a Tempest in a teapot right there. A teacup right there. That is game ending, I got to say. Leta's taken so much damage.
Very
that
nice.
should be something that just ends the game right now. Look at it. He has basically almost nothing mining right now. He's got a couple of SCVs at this upper left here, but there's no defenses. The moment Tempest discovers it, he should be able to take it out, unless he doesn't mean retarded, like starts building nexuses around it or something like that. Tries to like put cannons around it. I mean, what else can you do to insult Leta? I don't know. But right now he's going to go for some arbiters now, and this is a good way to close the game, like you were saying. Although certainly this game could have been closed a bit longer, a bit while ago. But it looks like he is probably going to end up winning. Well, not before he loses another speed shuttle. Without doing much. So, yeah, does Leta know about it? I don't think Leta knows about it yet. I guess in some sick way this has actually kind of paid off, because the upper right looks like it's collected him a good amount of minerals.
Well, all right. When I've played games, I've definitely had players try that against me, and honestly, I can see the merit in doing it, because I wouldn't think that my opponent would have the balls to expand to such a difficult position to defend, and if I don't need it, or if I'm expanding in other places, I could potentially never find it. But I'm very surprised that Leta hasn't found it, and I'm very surprised that Tempest would do it against a player like Leta. But like you said,
right.
Maybe it's just a mind game that's paying off, and it looks like Tempest is now ready to administer a potential final blow here. Leta is trying to wall off the entrance to that new base that he just put up. And what's amazing is Tempest may actually mine out the top right before Leta ever finds it, which would be completely ridiculous. And now Tempest does seem to be mounting a large attack. He's got the speed shuttle finally going to the right place up on the hill, and that's going to take out the tanks up top. And if he can get the other Zealots into the base to do enough to actually take out the other two tanks, it looks like he does break down the wall. He does force his way in, and unless Leta can get some new tanks up on the ledge, it looks like he does. But Leta can totally get out of their range and just delay this expansion, take out almost all the SCVs. Looks like he's going to back off, or no, at the very least, just get outside of the range, take out a turret, and Tempest is doing what he needs to do at this point correctly. He's got the new tech coming out. He's still got the expansions going up. He's delaying expansions of Leta. He's keeping Leta crippled. He's keeping the spikes in Leta's feet where he can't just run quickly. He's got too much growing pains going on here to accomplish anything. And at the very least, that is paying off for Tempest as he goes for his, I believe, 6th base. If he did, in fact, get the mid-left, that might even be the 7th base if that bottom left is, in fact, alive and well. And now we do see the Arbiters as well as a couple of shuttles and some Reavers, and that could be a game ender. Let's see how this pays off.
All right, so it looks like, oh my god, Leta might finally discover it, but no, he's not. Oh, you're right. This has paid off, but I still think it was a stupid decision. Let's not let the results, let's not be results-oriented, as they say in poker. Just because this time it paid off doesn't mean it should be done. Oh man, Storm drop on the tanks. Jeez, you don't see that very often. That was pretty manly there, I gotta say. However, Tempest is still a woman, because he still is. Can't even beat Firebat Hero, but overall, though, he seems like he has won this game, or he's coming close to finally, beating Leta and doing something silly, a couple of silly things in the game, but still, in the end, his advantage was just too great, and he is going to mine out the upper right before Leta discovers it. It's probably the only place in the map that Leta has in the black, because there should be absolutely nothing there. And now it looks like there's going to be a gigantic recall. Oh! There it is, with a Reaver. Oh, with Storms, with everything he needs, and there's everything on the ramp is dead. Everything on the ledge is dead. That means his base is dead, and that means the game should be over.
I just realized that Tempest has literally thrown away every unit of his that floats. GG coming from Leta finally. And Tempest, I think he threw away a total of 6 or 7 shuttles, as well as an Arbiter and a few observers for sure. So Tempest finally closing out the game against one of the Titans in StarCraft today, at least in the Pro League. And I got to say, in the end, he did it. He won the game, and whatever his crazy play did worked out for him, and definitely showed us a very entertaining game, and I appreciate that from him. And I'm sure Leta, although he's losing this game, will just come back as a even bigger monster, just sure to play against that crazy probe rush better next time.
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. I think I don't know who came out ahead in the balance at the beginning, but I know one thing. Tempest got one lucky-ass mind drag into at least 10 SCVs with that DT. That was absolutely perfect for him. And, afterwards, there was nothing he could do. Even though he did make some stupid mistakes, like you were saying, letting those vultures in and execute, 12 probes for no reason when the vultures were going to die in a matter of seconds anyway. But, regardless, he wins. He gets the last laugh. So, the hidden upper right base and all. Lita's going to be pissed off when he watches that in the replay, by the way. They make them watch the replays if they lose. He's going to be like, what the hell? What the hell? The game wasn't even over for another 20 minutes, and you build a almost ceremony nexus in the corner. Come on. But anyway, GG. I guess next game, KTF stays alive, and we're going to be seeing Game 4 coming up.
Should Flash. Be a good one. We'll see you guys there. Yeah, Flash is definitely going to provide us with some entertainment, I think. So, GG. Let's get to the next match.